All right, welcome back. Hey, James, for the first time, all five of us are here, and we're finishing out the NFL draft picks. How great is that? It all kind of worked out.
Yeah, dude, for sure. It all worked out. Finally, I mean, we got Eric here, Tyler here, Trade and Alex. You guys are always here, so it's cool. But it's glad to have the group back together so I don't have to read off people's picks and make excuses for them. That's good stuff. And I'm honestly, like I said last week, I'm pretty sure Eric had multiple picks of the same person, but we'll see.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so. This week is the top 10, 1 through 10. This draft is going to be pretty insane. Typically in years past, I've watched the draft and it's like you kind of know who they're going to pick when they're going to pick them. But this year, there's so much smoke and mirrors, so many possible trades that are happening, and just so many needs because people are dumping salaries. So they're trying to fill it any way they can. So this draft is going to be insane. Top 10, I think we'll have a lot of people who are the same because typically top 10, you'll be able to kind of gauge who's going where based off talent and need. But we're going to start with number 10. We're going to start with the Dallas Cowboys. Traden, who are you picking?
Yeah, it's gonna be the best CB on the board. It's gonna be Patrick Surtain II from Alabama. Yeah, I think that's it. They need to improve that secondary, which is not very good.
I agree 100%. I had the same guy off to a good start because I told you guys we're probably gonna have a lot of the same ones here. He was the most locked down and consistent cornerback in the draft. The dude never allowed more than 65 yards, and they locked up their offense and they locked up Dak Prescott. So let's look at the defense and improve the defense. Tyler, who do you got?
Ditto, Mr. Patrick.
Okay.
Yep.
Alex.
Same position, different player. I've got J.C. Horn, also a cornerback coming out of South Carolina going there. Spoiler alert, Patrick is going to be gone before then. So that's why I don't have him there.
Interesting. Okay, that's going to be fun. Eric, who you got?
I have the same guy you and Tyler said.
And trading. But yeah, Patrick Surtain 3, J.C. Horn 1. Moving on to pick number 9, Denver Broncos. Tyler, who are you picking?
I got an offensive tackle from Northwestern, Rashawn Slater. Bulk up that offensive line a little bit there in Denver. Help them out a little bit. So yeah, Rashawn Slater, I think probably one of the better offensive tackles. Got a couple before him, but yeah, Slater for out of Northwestern.
So if I remember correctly, you still have 4 QBs on the board. Do you think Drew Lock is the guy in Denver?
I mentioned that before. I think that they're still going to give him one more season to prove himself. So we'll see.
Okay, interesting. Alex.
Spoiler. Here we go. Patrick Surtain II. Cornerback. Alabama is going one pick before what you guys said to the Broncos.
You also believe Drew Lock's the guy?
I also think they're going to give him one more year.
Okay. Eric.
I got Jalen Waddle, wide receiver from Alabama. Drew Lock he's probably gonna get like 3 weeks, or they're gonna trade him in the draft and maybe get a quarterback or something. Who knows?
I feel like I'm the only. I guess we'll see what Traden thinks because I have a QB on the board.
Yeah.
Traden, who are you picking?
Yeah. Bye, Drew Lock. Bye. Mac Jones from Alabama is going to Denver.
Okay. I went with Trey Lance, QB, North Dakota State. Reason being, he's a dual threat QB with a crazy arm. He's comped to Taysom Hill, but with arm talent. As I've alluded to, I don't think Drew Lock's the answer. He's had a couple of years, has not produced. The Broncos offense hasn't been good in years, and the dual threat and the big arm is going to intrigue a lot of people. And that's why I think Trey Lance is going to go to the Denver Broncos.
I mean, James, to be fair, the amount of the quarterbacks could go any way. Like it's so crazy. So I don't think that's a bad pick at all.
Exactly. I mean, this draft has the most generational quarterbacks that a draft has seen in recent memory.
Crazy.
Moving on to pick number 8, the Carolina Panthers. Alex.
Again, so this is where I made my trade last week. So
okay.
For me, this is the Chicago Bears. And Andy Dalton, my ginger buddy, is not the future in Chicago. So Justin Fields going to be the new quarterback in Chicago.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Why Chicago? Why Justin Fields Chicago?
Because everything that I've read, he is dropping down the boards. He should be a higher pick. For whatever reason, teams are fading him. I think he's going to be the guy that's still going to be there for the Bears. They were going to take any one of these QBs. And at pick 8, that's going to be the last guy. So a little bit of a spoilers for my picks coming up, but Justin Fields.
Eric.
Completely opposite. I got Rashawn Slater, offensive lineman from Northwestern. Hey, they need blocking. They need to protect their quarterbacks. Whatever quarterback they do go with needs to have time to throw the ball.
I also went with Deshaun Slater, but remember this is the Carolina Panthers, who just traded for Sam Darnold. They did that with the belief, not the Bears. They did that with the belief that Darnold needed more time in the pocket to develop, and the Jets' offense is holding him back from his true potential. I think that's the case. Sam Darnold's USC tape was good. Playing for Adam Gase and the Jets really kills people's careers. So give him time, give him protection, give him another offensive lineman. Protect Darnold, protect CMC. You can have a good offense with Matt Rule at the helm. Traden, who you got?
I got the young quarterback in Trey Lance here. The reason being is, to your point, Sam Darnold, I think, is going to kind of hold the mantle for a little bit. Trey Lance is young, so he's going to get a lot of time to develop. And I think that Sam Darnold is going to be kind of that bridge to when Trey Lance finally enters the league. I have him going here.
Okay. And Tyler.
So I got Justin Fields, the Panthers quarterback, Ohio State. Kind of for the same reasons that Traden was mentioning. I don't think Sam Darnold is going to be the long-term answer there in Carolina. So they're going to draft a young, talented quarterback, try and develop him until he's ready to kind of take on a full starting role. Or who knows, maybe Sam Darnold will suck so bad that they'll want him to come in earlier. We'll see. But yeah, I think the Panthers are going to go quarterback here.
Okay. Moving on to pick number 7, the Detroit Lions. Eric, who you got?
Trey Lance, North Dakota State quarterback. Basically what Tyler just said, but with the Lions, I don't know if Jared Goff's going to be the guy. So get another quarterback there, start developing now, unless you want to base your future on Jared Goff.
Okay. Traden.
Yeah, I actually think that they're going to give Jared Goff his year that he probably deserves. I mean, so I have Devonta Smith, wide receiver from Alabama. That's a lot of Alabama guys going in the top 10. Like, they're really good.
That's NFLU, bro.
I think that he is going to have his number one wideout with Devonta Smith.
Okay. Tyler.
I got Micah Parsons, linebacker from Penn State. I think, they're going to keep going defense here. Great talent there off the board. I think probably the best linebacker you can get. Why not go get him?
Okay. Alex.
Might be a little bit of a shock that he slides this far, but I'm going Kyle Pitts, tight end.
Oh my God. Wow.
Florida is going to slip because of team needs earlier on, and giving Jared Goff that number one elite tight end / wide receiver. I mean, he made Tyler Higbee a top 10 tight end in the NFL. You think he can't make Kyle Pitts already top 3 tight end? He's going to slip to number 7.
That is insane.
Yeah, man. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, I fucking predicted a trade. We're going big here.
No, I love it. I love it. And you might be right, but that seems insane to me.
I have Jalen Waddle, wide receiver, Alabama, going to the Detroit Lions. As I mentioned time and time again, the Lions suck. They're not going to go anywhere. So you need to highlight. You need a big play. You got to have a reason why people come watch you play, and that's going to be him. He is the fastest, most explosive and athletic guy in this entire draft class. He's super fast. Jared Goff is really good at throwing the ball super deep. He's not good at throwing to tight windows. Jalen Waddle runs straight and really fast. Throw the ball far enough, maybe Jalen Waddle can catch it. Who knows? So I have Jalen Waddle going to the Detroit Lions. Moving on, number 6, Miami Dolphins. Traden.
The Miami Dolphins are going to pick Jamar Chase, wide receiver. Tua's going to have Chase. He's going to have Devontae Parker. He's going to have Will Fuller. He's actually going to look elite, baby. Let's go Dolphins.
I agree 100%. I had the same pick there. He's the most complete wide receiver in the draft. Great route running. Went to the point of contact. Can break tackles after the catch. Guy's kind of crazy. He was an NFL body at the age of 19. 2 years later, at 21, he's going to be incredible. Best wide receiver on this board in a draft full of really great wide receivers. Getting to another weapon is going to be key. Tyler, who you got?
Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU.
Alex.
Yeah, James, what you and Traden and Tyler just said.
And Eric.
Jamar Chase.
Hey! I think the first time we all
first
agreed.
one. Yeah. And watch that not even be the case, like when they draft. Moving on, number 5, the Cincinnati Bengals. Tyler, you go first. I know you had a weird pick on this last time.
Yep. So I've completely flip-flopped. You guys and kind of changed my mind on the Bengals needs here. So I'm going to kind of go with the conventional wisdom and go with Penei Sewell, offensive tackle out of Oregon. Clearly, I was very much wrong. They don't need more wide receivers. I just like wide receivers. I don't know why. It wasn't a very well thought argument. I thought I was clever, but clearly the more I thought about it, I was just being a dumbass as usual. Clearly, bigger need is on the offensive line. They were horrible last year. This guy, he's the best offensive lineman on the board. So he will go to number 5 to Cincinnati.
I agree. Plain and simple. Protect Joe Burrow and give Joe Mixon some room to run. Alex.
Yeah, I predicted this pick during our "What do these teams need?" segment, 2 months ago. Same guy. I think when 2021, 2022 is over, he's going to be the best rookie out of this class. Penei Sewell, offensive tackle, Oregon.
Eric.
Go Ducks.
Yeah, I have him too, but I feel like you guys are mispronouncing his name. I think it's Penei Sewell.
That sounds very much not right.
Or Penei. It could be Penei.
That's what I've been saying, dude.
Or Penei.
I feel like you really want to say penis really badly.
Oh, Penei. Look at it. Penei. Penei.
Oh God.
How do you pronounce his last name?
Well, probably not. Oh, Sewell.
Swell.
Wow.
Sewell.
This is great. Good job, Eric. Traden, who you got?
Yeah, Joe Burrow has been buried. Not anymore, baby. I don't even have to say his name. You guys said it already.
Say it. What is it?
Okay, moving on to pick number 4, the Atlanta Falcons. Before we get into this one, reports have shown that Julio Jones is probably going to be out of Atlanta soon. The Falcons need cap space. They're willing to trade away Julio Jones, so keep that in mind when you're making your pick. Alex, who you got?
Yeah, this is there's 4 guys left, and I got Trey Lance. Matt Ryan is still owed a lot of money, but he's not the future. Trey Lance, quarterback, North Dakota State.
Maybe he can play some wide receiver. Who knows? Eric, who you got?
I got Kyle Pitts, tight end from Florida. I do agree with Alex, though. I don't think Matt Ryan's the guy for much longer, but this could be a tight end they develop over time, and whatever next quarterback comes in, this will be his tight end to go to.
I agree. I said this last week when somebody made a Kyle Pitts pick. Was that you? I think you picked.
You picked him way down.
Did I already pick him?
Yeah, I think you picked him last week somewhere.
Well, let me change it to he's going to go to the Falcons, 4th pick, tight end.
Oh my God. You're obviously not going to win this. But last week I had mentioned that he's a hybrid between Travis Kelce and George Kittle. Easily the best tight end in any draft that we've ever had. He would have been a first-round pick even if he was just wide receiver. He was that good. He puts up better numbers than any wide receiver. In 8 games, he had 770 yards and 12 touchdowns. In 8 games, not even a full 12. So that was crazy that he put up that amount in that little time, and also blocks. So the fact that they're probably going to lose Julio Jones, adding another receiving threat who can also protect Matt Ryan is key. So I'm going to go with Kyle Pitts there. Traden.
Oh, yeah. You said it. Kyle Pitts from Florida is going to the Falcons. Look, I want to ask you, over under top 5 tight end pick in fantasy.
I think he's going to be like 7.
Okay, fair enough.
Typically, tight ends have a really steep learning curve because they have to learn route combinations and blocking schemes. So it takes them a while to develop. The fact, he's going to be a number 2 option, number 3 option on that team.
Look, I think Matty Ice is going to have a little bit of a resurgence. I love Matty Ice. I think he's going to have a season, and he's going to have a elite tight end by week 3, 4.
Okay. And Tyler.
Yep, I agree with most of you guys here. Kyle Pitts, tight end, Florida.
Moving on, number 3, the San Francisco 49ers, my favorite team. This is an extremely hard pick for me to project, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. So, Eric, you go first.
Justin Fields, quarterback. Jimmy G is not the guy. He's done. He's not who you should rely on for the future. Maybe they give him one more chance this year. Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields to the Niners, 3rd pick.
That's what I have written down as well. I also have Justin Fields, but this is the pick that I'm least confident in this entire mock draft that we're doing. At pick number 3, the Niners can pick anybody from Justin Fields to Trey Lance to Mac Jones. And all those guys can fit that offensive scheme and play under Kyle Shanahan, especially if they're going to give Jimmy G the first couple of games, and give that rookie QB some time to develop and learn that position a little bit better. So I'm going to say Justin Fields, but honestly, I'm not sure. Traden.
Yeah, I mean, reading reports on this pick is, like you said, is probably the biggest one. It's a 3-headed monster they could have picked from, and I've already picked 2 of the 3 are gone in my little rankings. So yeah, Justin Fields. To me, he's kind of a perfect fit, James, for your guys' scheme. He throws on the run. He can carry the ball himself. That's kind of what Kyle Shanahan how he likes to play. There's more smaller throws, intermediate throws that he's gonna shine in. That's your system. And I think that he's gonna change your he's the quarterback you guys need.
Tyler.
Yeah, like you guys said, this is a toss-up. I think it's a really tough one to pick. But I'm going to go with Trey Lance, quarterback out of North Dakota State. Couple of opinions that I've heard from 49ers coaching and scouts is they really like this guy. I mean, I'm sure they like Justin Fields too. And I think you really can't go wrong with either one. So it really is just kind of how they feel, and it may be just an internal thing, how they kind of get their vibe and kind of how they feel like they fit. Both personality wise and obviously as an athlete, but with just the way that my draft fell, I'm gonna go with Trey Lance here.
And Alex.
I think you guys are all forgetting that NFL teams don't always pick the player that fits their best for their team. They make mistakes all the time. So with that said, Mac Jones going to the 49ers is going to be a fucking nightmare. He's going to be pretty much the exact same thing as Jimmy G, and it's not going to go well. From what I've seen, this is like the toughest pick to predict within the top, 10 probably. But I have no faith in the Niners to make the right choice, so I'm having to make the wrong choice, and that's Mac Jones.
Okay, I mean, I hate it, but I love it at the same time. Moving on, number 2. I mean, at this point, it's pretty cut and dry. Traden, number 2 pick, New York Jets.
BYU, Zach Wilson.
Okay, Tyler.
Yeah, BYU, Zach Wilson.
Alex.
Trevor. No, I'm just kidding. Zach Wilson.
And Eric.
Mac. Just kidding. Zach Wilson.
And for number 1, Jacksonville Jaguars, I'm pretty sure we'll have Trevor.
Everyone at the same time? No.
Trevor.
Trevor Lawrence. Come on.
Trevor.
To be honest, this guy's been a consistent number 1 overall pick since his freshman year of high school. Like he was going to be number 1 no matter what.
Didn't he just get married?
He did. He did get married, and all the Jaguars fans donated a bunch and bought from his registry. So that's really cool.
What if he doesn't get drafted there?
I feel like Jacksonville fucks everything up. This is something they can't fuck up, right? This is they actually
could,
but they can't. Like it's impossible.
Well, right? See, they could not fuck it up by picking him, but then they could fuck it up by the fact that they're the Jaguars and ruin him.
Yeah,
they
do have Urban Meyer as a coach now.
That's true.
We'll see. Anyway, stay tuned for the results. I'll announce it. The draft is this Thursday, I believe. So I'll go ahead and announce it next podcast, and we'll see who wins. Not Eric. So that's my segment.
All right. I'm a little disappointed that I'm the only one that predicted a trade. I feel like I went big, and I am pretty proud of myself for that. I'm not going to lie. But James, this was super fun. I have a feeling we're all going to do just dog shit, to be completely honest. But it was crazy fun.